Hi, Cineladys. I'm Nicholas Sparks. I am the author of Safe Haven. Some of my novels have been inspired by events in my past. My first novel was inspired by my wife's grandparents, for instance. My second one, Message in a Bottle, I think that was what, Weit wie das Meer here. I think that was inspired by my father after the death of my mother. A Walk to Remember, Zeit im Wind, that was a story inspired by my sister, for instance. So sometimes autobiographical, sometimes an image, sometimes a theme. Authors will take ideas wherever they can find them.
And even from a dream?
No, I've never had a dream. I wish I could go to sleep and dream and then have the answer. Wouldn't that be nice? It's like getting all your work done while you're sleeping. It just doesn't happen for me. You know, I've been very fortunate with all the film adaptations. They've all been very good, and they're all, you can watch them 10 years later and still think they're very good because they're just blessed with such strong performances and strong direction. So I don't have a favorite. What I can say is, look, it's pretty clear that at least in the United States, The Notebook is probably the closest thing to a classic. It plays all the time on cable television. It sells tens of millions of DVDs, and people just love that story. The one we watch most in my house is A Walk to Remember, and that's just because I have young kids, so I don't really have a favorite. You know, the books that had the most impact on my past, I think, are the same ones that I still read today. Stephen King was instrumental in me becoming a writer in that he taught me how important it was, without even knowing he was doing such a thing, to get caught up in the story, to never lose sight of the fact that you're telling a story that people should feel compelled to read, that they have a difficult time putting down. Now, obviously, we work in two entirely different areas. I understand that. And yet, that page-turning element that I try to incorporate in my novels with these characters and real voices, authenticity, so to speak, all of that is really derived from my reading of Stephen King, among others.
One of the most popular romantic authors, maybe. You don't have any romantic author or so?
No, I don't. Yeah, it's tough to find these types of stories. I mean, there's not, frankly, that many. There's a lot of romantic fantasy, you know, or a romance novel, but that's not really what I do. I really try to write something that has a little bit broader of a theme than romantic fantasy. For instance, a Safe Haven. Safe Haven really covers the theme of love and danger, for instance. So, if you want to go a classic, A Farewell to Arms by Ernest Hemingway, there's a great, tragic, wonderful love story.